So what's going on with this fuel shortage here in the United States? We're in the middle of it right now. The Colonial Pipeline was shut down because of some Russian hackers, and then the media has made a big deal out of it, causing people to panic and go out and fill up gas tanks and just wait in these long lines just to get fuel. Gas stations are running out of fuel and gas. People are getting frustrated and scared. So what the heck is going on? Fuel is my number one expense living the van life. So I have to be very mindful when I'm driving down the road, taking these road trips, going on these adventures, that I'm not burning so much fuel. And so I got to watch for high gas prices, watch out for shortages. And so I always have to be mindful of the cost of fuel. So I just spent 5 days spending time with my mom, living the house life, and we're watching the news. And it seems like every 15 minutes, the media is like, gas shortages, long lines, people waiting hours to get fuel. And they show people filling up all these gas tanks and fuels. And there were some ladies here, check this out, a lady filling up a trash bag full of fuel, another gentleman here filling up another garbage bag full of fuel. What's going on? What's crazy? The craziness. And it's the media, I think, it's the media just shouting out, pumping all this fear into us about this gas shortage, and it's causing people to panic and to be greedy and to get fuel and fill up these containers and stock up. It's like toilet paper all over again. It's just crazy. So out here in California, we've seen the gas prices go up $1 per gallon because of the fuel shortage out in the East Coast. So I made some modifications to my trips. I have adjusted and made different plans just because to deal with these high gas prices. Gas prices is my number one expense. So when I first heard about the gas shortage in the East Coast, I immediately went to the gas station, filled up my tank in my van. My van holds 31 gallons of fuel, which is pretty good. And so as soon as I heard that, I filled up my tank, went to my mom's house for Mother's Day. My original plan was to only stay 2 days there. I extended it for another 3 days just to hang out because I knew gas prices were ridiculous. So I just spent time with my mom, spent time with family, hung out, laid low, didn't go on these long trips. Right now I'm here at Joshua Tree National Park. My original plan here was to spend only 2 days here. And this is day number 4 here at Joshua Tree. And just laying low, just kind of slowing down, a little bit, being aware that these gas prices will be up for about 2 weeks. I think we all just need to have a better plan. Being prepared for situations when gas prices go up, there's a fuel shortage, the local gas stations out of gas. Just being prepared, having a plan in events like this. And we shouldn't allow the news media to pump fear in us, right? Causing us to panic, rush to the gas stations, wait in these 1 hour, 1 mile long lines just to get fuel is ridiculous. So there's a few things that I do to try to keep the cost of gas down. I belong to a rewards club at my local grocery store. So I build up points and I can save money on fuel. I belong to Costco. So usually Costco is about 10 cents cheaper than the normal gas station in town. So that usually helps. Number 3, I always have a rule that I never let my fuel gauge go below half a tank. So just in case of an emergency, just in case of fuel shortages, a national disaster, hurricane, tornado, earthquakes, fires, I always have fuel inside my van just to get me out of town, just in case. Number 4, I think, is my van build is extremely lightweight. I don't have all these wood cabinets and drawers and beds and kitchens all this wood that weighs down your van. So as you're driving down the road, you're not carrying all this weight. My van build is a no van build, super lightweight, basically all aluminum, just 3 little boards on both sides, and it keeps the cost and the weight of my van down, so it saves on fuel. I plan out my trips. I know exactly where I'm going to stop on my next trip. I know exactly what gas station I'm going to hit, so I use an app called the Gas Buddy. So I can look up on my phone and find out exactly where the cheapest gas on my route, on my journey, on my adventures, just to kind of keep the cost of gas down. During these times when gas prices are really high, I'm just laying low, taking my time, spending a few extra days out here in the desert, the beach, the mountains, just making those stays a little bit longer and not have that, the itch to go out and drive faster in all these places. Slow down a little bit, maybe spend an extra couple weeks, you know, at that place, or a couple extra days here in the desert or at my mom's house, or just kind of hanging out, laying low and waiting for those gas prices to come back down and get back to normal. All right, guys, if you have any questions, leave it in the comment section down below. Until next time, Van Life rocks.